Hi everyone, thanks for joining me on today's, and actually this week's, DWA India Minute on StockEasy.com. It's another positive week in the equity market. It feels like we've had really about 3 weeks of a positive performance, and of course there have been the general pullbacks during this time, whether we're talking about the India stock market or the US stock market or just the global stock market in general. It's definitely been interesting because not only are we still facing potential default in Greece and restructuring of the European sovereign debt, we're also dealing with another debt crisis, or should I say bankruptcy crisis in the U.S. with one of the oldest financial firms in the world, really, MF Global. But if we just pay attention to the Indian stock market, we're seeing definitely some positive resurgence across the entire equity market at this time. We see that both the long-term and intermediate trend charts of the within the National Stock Exchange, specifically the CNX Nifty, we see that they are trading in positive trends. We're seeing an increase in buy signals in some of the indicators that we use to measure market participation in the Indian Stock Exchange, and that's the Bombay and National Stock Exchange bullish percents. So this definitely means that we are seeing demand pick up, and we can also see this continue to rise. The highest level that we've seen in the last 2 years took place in March, and we all know what the market did during that time frame. So, if you're looking at the Nifty right now, long-term support going forward is going to be down around that 4750 level for the Nifty, resistance up around 5700. But given the fact that we have seen a rally in the Indian stock market, what we want to do right now is to find opportunities that are on a pullback, that have simply come down in price. And if we're looking at charts, or let's say the point and figure chart, you want to see if they pull back into a column of O's. That provides great buying opportunities and a positive risk-reward scenario. A couple large stocks that I'm looking at that are on pullbacks right now that present opportunities are stocks like Hero Honda Motors. This is a stock that is outperforming most of those Nifty stocks, is trading in a positive trend, and is on a pullback around that 2050 level. New investors can buy here and maybe look to place a stop around 1900. That will be that first sell signal, and you face near-term resistance around 2200, which is where it met resistance, or at least it stalled in September and October. Other ideas include Mahindra & Mahindra. This is a stock that rallied in October with the overall market and pulled back into a column of O's, support around 780. And then finally, a stock that I've liked for some time, just given the fact that it's in the pharmaceuticals and drug sector, is Sun Pharmaceuticals Industries. This had an explosive rally up to around 600, but has now pulled back about 100 rupees. This provides a better entry point for investors, long-term support around 450. So that's it for the DWA India Minute. Happy trading and happy investing.